Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are talking about comparisons, specifically comparing yourself to others and why you should never do that. This is going to be part of the confidence series that I want to do on the channel, just helping people kind of come out of their shell and just build up better habits and skills to be confident out in their day-to-day life, whether it be personally or professionally. And I think that the best one to start would be talking about the comparison game. Everyone does it. We might have something that we want to achieve, whether it be a skill or maybe, again, a professional status, maybe somewhere where you want to be personally even. But the problem is you can't compare yourself to other people. That's literally comparing apples to oranges. You would never take a bite of a really juicy sweet orange and ask why it doesn't have that crisp sweet bite that an apple has. Also, you would never take a bite of an apple and ask why it doesn't have a citrusy, juicy type of flavor, right? So that being said, you should never be looking at people that are not on your level wondering why you're not like them. Now, this is very different from studying a skill or studying them and maybe seeing how you can improve upon yourself. But really, you should not be spending the majority of your time looking at people that are way above where you're at in terms of skill or even personality traits, things like that, things that you can build up but you're not at just yet. And we're going to talk about what you can do to go ahead and combat that. So one other thing I want to mention is a very, very talented athlete, and that athlete is Michael Jordan. I want to talk about how he is such a skilled player, and it's undeniable. Nobody will argue with you that he is one of the greatest. Some people, including myself, say he is the greatest basketball player of all time. Now, one thing that set Michael Jordan apart was not just his skills or his talent. In fact, he didn't even make the varsity team when he first tried out in high school, but he worked really, really, really hard, and then he got to where he's at today. But the thing that actually sets him apart is his mindset. He has always said that the only person he is competing with is himself. He didn't look at other basketball players and try to be like them. He tried to be the very best version of himself that he could possibly be, and that's what you should be doing. That's what everybody should be doing who wants to up their game in any aspect of life. So let's talk about how you can stop comparing yourself to other people, which is in turn going to build your confidence and get you better at the things that you want to be better at. So let's talk about it. So the first thing that you should do to help yourself stop comparing yourself to others is create a master list of things that make you uniquely you. Now, this list should be all-encompassing. It should be about how you study and learn. It should be about what you look like. It should be what type of talents you're already gifted with and things you're already good at. This is going to help you kind of create a baseline and a reminder. That's why I'm saying you need to write this down, or if you put it in a digital format, that's fine, but it needs to be somewhere handy for you. So you can refer back to this list and you can go ahead and see really what makes you you. This is so important because you get one life to live and it's yours. So when you're going through times of doubt or you're wondering why aren't you where someone else is, you're going to look at this list and you're going to remember you have a very different background from them. You have different looks, talents, and great things about you that make you you. So you need that, and you need to keep it somewhere handy. Don't let it get lost somewhere in a folder you don't know where to find it, or in a notebook you never look at. It needs to be handy, and if you can actually display it somewhere, put it right next to your vision board, just so that you can remember exactly where it's at and what you need to refer to on the actual list. The next thing that I want you to do is start surrounding yourself with people who have either the same goals and aspirations as you, but maybe are not quite there yet. Surround yourself with people that are as similar to you as possible. Now, I know this sounds really difficult because some of us in the real world, you might be thinking, well, at my job right now, that's nothing to do with what I want to do in the future. Maybe you're trying to be a YouTuber and nobody at your job right now wants to do anything at all with being a content creator, maybe editing videos or just anything remotely like that. And that's okay. You can actually build this for yourself in your digital world. And here's why it's important. If you go ahead and surround yourself with Instagram accounts and following hashtags that are more in line with maybe where you want to be or whatever your goal is, if it's building muscle, if it's losing weight, if it's trying to dance better, start following hashtags and looking up things online that have to do with that thing. That way, all these algorithms are going to work in your favor and show you more and more things that are going to remind you where you're going, but they'll be for people that are in the same place as you. So let's say you're trying to build a certain body type or something like that. Physically, you shouldn't be looking at people who look totally different than you. People who have an absolutely different body type than you, a different face shape, totally different hair. It doesn't help you to follow those people because you're not going to have their hair type. Your hair is not going to curl the way their hair curls. You're not going to lose weight in the same way that they lose weight. But if you start surrounding yourself with accounts and following people who do look like a little bit more like you or used to look more like you, then all of their tips and habits are going to be much more helpful. And you're not going to be staring at people who you have no chance of really looking like or being like. So you definitely really want to just surround yourself digitally if you can with all aspects like that. I'm not saying you can't follow people, obviously, that don't look anything like you or aren't doing what you're doing now, but I am saying that's going to help you exponentially if you surround yourself with things and people that genuinely are a little bit closer to you in your original form so that you can get to where you want to go. All right, so the third thing I want to talk about, and it's really important, and I know nobody really wants to hear this one, but I have to say it. You need to start journaling. And I don't mean free writing. Free writing is an amazing habit. It helps you get out of your own head and put perspective on things, but you need to start doing some dedicated journaling. And when I say dedicated, it can even be just a few short sentences or lines about how you're improving you. And the reason this is important is the more you do this, your brain is going to start recognizing when you are on an article that maybe is totally outside of where you're at right now, or you're going to see someone and what their experience is, and you're going to start automatically going, why am I even reading this and paying attention to this, or starting to feel bad about it when it's just not even my situation. And this is something that helped me exponentially. I used to always read every single article and look up everybody that was maybe going for whatever I was going for, and then I might feel bad, but then I realized, oh, that person was able to do this because they have a totally different background. This person looks like that because they originally looked like this. So I actually feel like this might be the most important tip on the list, but it's going to help you a lot. And even if you just did it daily or even a couple times a week, just a few short lines about how you are improving yourself, the small gains that you have maybe made and succeeded in, or maybe something new that you discovered that's going to help you getting towards your goal, that's going to help you a ton. And I think that you'll find that with just these 3 tips, you're going to make a whole world of difference on not comparing yourself to others, because quite literally that is comparing apples to oranges. And if you found this list helpful, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. This is going to be my first video in my confidence series, like I mentioned, but there's going to be a lot more. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you next time.